It's time to start the day. Grab your coffee, your favorite beverage, shine your light and light the way.
Good morning, everybody. It is good to see you guys today. It is September 25th, 2024, and it's time for your Good Morning Coffee and Talk. I'm Dolly, and this is the Wolf Girl Oracle, and I'm glad that you're here. So good morning, Heather. Good morning. I am so glad to see you today. And I know Katie's lurking here in the background too, because her and I were just talking. So good morning, Katie. I'm happy to see you as well. I have a lot to cover this morning, you guys. Good morning, Teresa. It is good to see you. Happy Wednesday. We're going to be doing a lot of things. I'm going to show you guys a couple things. We're going to do our questions game. I'm doing a giveaway today. So hang out for the show and you will get a chance to win the Wisdom of the Oracle Pocket Edition by Colette Baron Reed. It's a great deck. I have a copy already, so I'm going to give this one away. All I ask is that you don't already have this and you've never won before. So far, nobody here who's in the chat has won before, so that's great. So, all right, well, good morning. I'm really glad to see you guys. Uh-oh, somebody's knocking at the door. Somebody's knocking at the door, you guys. Let's find out who it is. It's Katie Moonchild.
Ow, my hand. I've been knocking. Hi, everybody.
Good morning. Hi. Oh, and Sin's here now. Good morning, Sin. It is good to see you.
Hey, Teresa Ford. Hi, Heather. Hi, Sin. Good to see you, everybody.
Good morning. We'll let a few people wander in here. And I'm actually really warm. I've been doing a lot of running around this morning, Katie. I decided I wanted to try to clean my turtle's tank before we started today because she was starting to stink.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. I was just like, so yeah. Good morning, Flowing. Hello.
Hi, Flowing. Good to see you.
Her electricity just came back on. Uh-oh. Hey, Heather.
Hey, the hurricane. My prayers are with our friends in Florida.
Yes.
I was watching Lori yesterday, and she was telling everybody, get your water. And
Chrissy has some very, very good friends. They're my friends too. We have some really good friends who live in Florida, in Orlando. Mm-hmm. So they're pretty far inland. So I'm hoping that they'll be okay. You know, that it'll dissipate a little bit by the time it gets to them. But I'm always worried. I'm always worried about the people in Florida or anywhere here in America when a hurricane hits. It's so devastating. And it's we get tornadoes here in the Midwest. All right. And those are devastating, but they only last so long. And they're very compact storms. So they hit a very compact place. You know, it's not this widespread damage like you get with hurricane that pounds places for days. I can't even imagine how that can be. Teresa says, I keep jugs of water in our spare bathroom shower. That's actually a really good idea. My mom does the same thing.
I do too. As a matter of fact, on the full moon this time, I didn't have time to fill my moon water jugs that I usually use. So I grabbed a couple out of my bathtub and stuck them outside because I keep my bathtubs half full of gallon jugs of water.
Yeah, it's a good practice.
The monsoon season here is mini hurricanes, and like you say, though, they're really concentrated. They'll pop up and it'll rain in the back. It'll rain in I'm not exaggerating. It'll rain in my backyard and not in my front yard.
Right. Good morning, Nils.
Hi.
And Teresa says we get tornadoes during hurricanes as well. Yeah, you do. I know. I also have family in North Carolina, and they've run into that problem with tornadoes in the hurricanes. So yeah, that can be just as devastating. And Heather says, we live near Love
That's
Canal here in Western New York and don't trust the water. We buy jug water to drink. Oh, I understand that. And in our area too, in the mid, you're not really the Midwest, but you're in the North, and we're old. Our cities are old enough that there's still a lot of lead pipes out there. There's still a lot of lead, so it's better to drink bottled water anyway.
When we
Good morning.
When we switched over to Colorado River water here in Tucson, we started using the Central Arizona Project Canal. Finally reached Tucson. And they put it through the water, and they had to put so many chemicals in that water because it's an above ground canal. So there's dead animals in there, cars in there, all that kind of crap.
Mm-hmm.
And they had to put so many chemicals in that water that it rusted through people's pipes. They had water flowing from their ceilings, and it was a massive disaster.
Well, that's not good.
Besides that, we used to have Hughes Aircraft here. It's now Raytheon. And way back when I lived here in 1978. There was leakage of PCBs in the water in that part of town. Thousands of people got all kinds of cancer. So no, I don't trust the city water either.
Yeah, that's seems to be common everywhere where places that have water being pulled in. Like Heather's saying, people who don't know the history of Love Canal, just Google. You wouldn't believe
God, yeah.
what Hooker Chemical did to the families there. Right.
Let me tell you, I wouldn't want to glow in the dark by drinking that water, Heather. I agree with you.
That's what I'm saying. Oh my God.
I remember Love Canal. I also remember the movie. Wasn't it Jane Fonda in that movie?
I don't know, but I will look it up later.
But yeah, look, Google is your friend. I'm always putting that in the comments.
Let's look at our Furminator card for the day today. And it is engagement. It says, today I make the conscious choice to engage with the world in an active way. I'll take a new route and talk to strangers. I will smell flowers, pet dogs, and maybe walk around barefoot for a while if I'm not inside a 7-Eleven. At the very least, I'll have a day that's slightly more interesting than average. And at the most, I'll have a startling epiphany or make a friend who will change my life forever. No pressure. So
I love it.
Engagement. So if you can today, step outside your comfort zone and talk to somebody you've never talked to before, even if it's the mailman when they come to deliver the mail,
Oh, that's cool because I got a new mailman. I noticed yesterday.
We did too. Ours just
I think they hired on a whole bunch of them because of ballots.
Oh, I'm sure. Ours. We have like several mailmen in the area. We're all retiring at the same time, and ours was one of them too. So we've got a new person. So,
well, I was really happy that I got somebody new because my mail normally comes around 4:30 in the afternoon, and I had it before noon yesterday. I was like, I don't have to go out in the heat the rest of the day. Thank you.
That was a blessing. Good morning, Jen.
Hi, Jen.
Good to see you. Good morning. And before we go any further, I got two announcements I want to make. One, I've got the candle lit here on my altar for our dear friend Nancy. Okay.
Yeah.
Nancy is her dog passed away. Her dog's name was Lily Grace. So everybody today, send out positive energy, prayers, good vibes to Nancy as she's going through this tough time. Let's surround her with love and let her know that, hey, we care and we love you and we're thinking about you today. Our pets are our fuzzy kids, right? And this was her little Chihuahua who she loved dearly. So it's always hard when this happens, even when they've lived a long, full, happy, amazing life.
It's almost harder.
It's so hard when they've been part of your life. I mean, Katie, you know this. You've gone through this just recently with your cats. Yeah. It's difficult. So let's send her some love. Okay. And also, for those of you who are just coming in now, who I haven't gotten to say hi to yet. If I've missed anybody, I apologize. But I'm giving away today, later on in the show, the Wisdom of the Oracle Pocket Edition by Colette Baron Reed. Oh my gosh, so much glare, but it's still totally packaged, never opened. But it has been sitting under a crystal, and I did charge it under the full moon, so it's nice and cleansed and ready. So if you would like to partake in this giveaway, what I need you to do is, and I used like the crappiest piece of paper to write this, but I need you to type in the comments below, me want, hashtag me want in all capital letters, hashtag me want, all one word with in capital letters. And all I ask is that if you've got this deck, please don't try for it. Okay. If you've won something from me before, please don't participate right now. I don't think anyone in here has, so I think we're good there. But me want, hashtag me want, for your chance to be gifted the Wisdom of the Oracle Pocket Edition.
Hi, Jay.
Good morning, Jay. How are you? It is good to see you, my friend. My friend.
I have that deck. I love that deck. That deck was gifted to me.
It is. It's a beautiful deck, and I really like everything Colette Baron Reed. I haven't found a deck yet that I don't connect with.
I so plug into her.
There's one deck.
Yeah.
What is it called? I can't remember it right now. But I have one deck where I have a little bit of a difficulty connecting with it, but it's not her, it's me.
I have one like that too, and it's part of the deck as well. It's the Dreamweaver deck of hers. For some reason, but I'm not a person who, I don't remember my dreams most of the time, first of all, which is disturbing to me. It's I remember the ones I'm supposed to.
Right, me too. I don't dream very much anymore either, but when I do, it's like pow pow.
Yeah.
Write this down. Write this down. So my dream journal doesn't have a lot of entries per se, but it's a thick journal because when I do dream, I end up writing 3 pages down. I get up and I just write and write and write and write and write until I feel like I've got it all out of me.
Yeah.
All right. So another thing I wanted to show you guys. Now, Katie and I have been talking about doing a Discord. Now, I don't know if all you guys are familiar with Discord, but Discord is basically it's a place where you can pool all of your most important information in one place, and it allows your viewers and your friends to kind of go in and interact with me, that allow you guys to interact with me and interact with Katie, even when we're not doing videos. Okay. So I wanted to show you guys what Discord looks like. I'll be rolling this out probably, I don't know, Katie, what do you think? Like by next week, we should probably have it where we want it to be. And then we'll announce it on our community pages. So, kind of pay attention to our community page if you'd like to be part of the conversation or part of the, get involved with us in our Discord. I think it's going to be great. It's a place where we can just put all different kinds of things. So let me show you what it looks like here. Let me bring this up.
Teresa Ford says, I got myself into some weird screen on Discord and can't find my way back into the normal one.
All right. Well, we'll see if we can figure that out.
Yeah.
But let me bring this up here. Solo layout. All right. There we go. Now, so the name of our Discord is Howling at the Moon.
Which, by the way, we need to give credit where credit is due. Miss Manassa gave us that name.
Yeah, Manassa came up with this name. So thank you, Manassa. And I'll tell you guys a little bit about Manassa later, and once we were done with this.
But we have lots to talk about today.
We do. So you can see it's kind of like an old school, in many ways, it's like an old school chat room. Okay. We're going to have our favorite tarot decks information on general tarot decks, tarot spreads. We have a place where everybody can post memes. Um, I have a paganism area, lots of different things under spirituality. And the nice thing about this is you guys will be able to interact with this too. You'll be able to post links to different videos and such that you guys like, or links to your favorite tarot decks, or links to, whatever you'd like. You'll be able to share pictures of yourself if you'd like. And this is
family or
right, your family, your pets.
And you don't have to worry about some pedophile getting a picture of your little minor child if you want to post your babies there. We'd love to see your grandbabies.
Right. So it's just gonna be a place for us as friends to hang out and just interact with one another. So when we get more information, what I'll do is I'll make a video talking about how you can download Discord, how you get into it, and what you can do when you join our Discord. And, you can use it or not use it as much as you'd like, but we would like Katie and I are constant students. We never stop learning. And I really want to, why did it do this?
Hi.
Oh, there we go. I'm still learning this.
Hello.
But yeah. I think it will. I think it'll be fun. And so I will get this working here, and then we'll start adding things to it, and then I'll let you guys know when it's up and ready. And if you want to join, you can. And I think it'll just it's fun.
I would like to add one server on there. Those little things with the hashtags, you guys, they're called servers.
No, those are channels. The Howling at the Moon is our server.
Okay. Well, all those other under the different categories there, I would like to have one that's for classes.
Right. We can do classes. We can do. We can put whatever we want in there.
Or if you're listening to someone, Danny, or, all these readers out there that have classes going on, and the link and stuff to put it in the Discord for everybody.
Right.
And because they would greatly appreciate that too, because they're getting spread out on another platform. So you're helping grow their channels in a big way by doing that.
Right. That's right.
So it's free.
And it's a great place to share best practices, and maybe I'll add I'm hoping to start doing yoga after the first of the year, so maybe we'll have a yoga section, and I know, Jay, that would be something that you might be interested in, or maybe I've already got a gardening section, where we can talk about gardening, and I've got a camping section. So if you've got like a favorite camp spot, or you're going camping,
or really awesome camping equipment that you can also use at home, that helps you live in a sustainable lifestyle. This is how my brain goes. Sorry, it's going.
Yeah. Teresa says, plus, if YouTube ever goes down for a while, we can still find each other.
That's right.
That's right.
Exactly.
Yes.
And you can all find me. I signed up, got it all set up. I don't know if you guys can see it now, but there should be a reminder for next week's Tuesday. And next week's Tuesday. My show next week. You should be getting. I'm on Zoom now, so you can get a hold of me there too now. So yeah, I really like the idea of doing Zoom because it's something that's constantly on if you want it to be. So you always can connect. Use it as a phone if you want.
Yeah, Zoom is very cool. I may use Zoom too. I haven't decided yet what I'm going to do, but I will not continue using StreamYard. That much I can tell you. As much as I love it, I am not paying almost $50 a month
you can afford
for the use of StreamYard. I'm just not doing it. It's ridiculous what they're doing to the pricing. Now, I think that mine is good for a year, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
It's not even going to affect people who pay by the year until they're It's your
until it
bill
clears.
comes due for next year.
Right. So I'll still be using StreamYard for a while, but once it ups for me, I'm out. And I might
But
even
to
do
be able
over
to
it.
do
We'll see.
webinars on StreamYard, I looked it up yesterday. They have a professional and then they have business professional or something like that.
Yes.
And it's $300, $289
Well, if you're a business, you could probably afford that. But
a
like, but
month.
if I wanted to do a webinar,
Yeah,
you
if you're a
know,
university or something and that's different. $300. This isn't a year. This is a month, you
right,
guys.
right. It's ridiculous. It's
I have a
ridiculous.
theory on what's going on, and it's not.
Yeah,
We're not.
don't let's not talk theory. Let's
StreamYard's
not talk
pricing.
theory. Let's not
Yeah,
talk
no,
theory. I don't want to.
I
I
know.
don't.
I'm just saying. I think they're pricing themselves out of business.
Well, they're going to. They're going to. They're totally going to. All right, Souls or Heather says, I have to go, ladies and gents. Have a blessed day. You too. Oh, you bet. You know, we love Nancy. We love you and we love everyone. So of course we're gonna pray for Nancy. She's awesome. So take care. And thanks for stopping by. All right. All right. Give me 1 second here. I'm looking now. I want to talk again. I am doing a giveaway today. So if you want to be a part of that giveaway, please type in the chat hashtag me want, all capital letters, all one word, all squished together. Hashtag me want, MEWANT. And you will be entered in to win a copy of the Wisdom of the Oracle Pocket Deck by Colette Baron Reed. All I ask is that if you already have this deck, please don't enter for it. Okay, let somebody who doesn't have it get it. All right. Are you ready for some questions, Katie?
Mm-hmm.
Are you?
I like this part.
This is a fun game. This is a great get to know each other game. All right. What smell reminds you of childhood? What smell reminds you of childhood? It's interesting how smells can trigger memory. You know, anytime I smell a certain brand of tobacco,
Oh,
I think of my father, you know. Or if I smell chlorine, like a pool, you know, like you go
it reminds me of swimming
chlorine.
Swimming lessons.
Yep, I think of my cousin Anne, who's no longer with us
That's
because
cool.
she was a lifeguard.
Flowing, yes.
Yes.
My
Yes.
mom.
Baking of fresh bread.
I had a mom who, when I was really young, till the 6th grade, she was home.
Yeah, my mom
She baked and nothing hardly ever came for this. Well, it was a long ways to the store. So she kind of had to do a lot of that kind of stuff.
Jen says
Mm.
gasoline and pine trees from the years of snowmobiling in the Kettle Moraine. You know what? I have that same memory. Jen, I have that same memory. And so does Rick. Rick did it way more than I did. They would go snowmobiling in the Kettle Moraine. And they would go from bar to bar. Did you guys do that too? Where you'd go from bar to bar and have a cup of chili or whatever the bar was making, and then you guys would move on to the next bar.
That sounds like fun.
It was very fun. Teresa says lilacs because I had a friend with huge lilac bushes. We moved constantly, but that smell still reminds me of childhood.
Oh,
yeah.
I never get to smell that smell. They don't grow here.
Oh,
It's too hot. The ground has to freeze. They need frozen ground to bloom. Lilacs do.
oh, do they? Yeah, we have them here for that reason.
Yeah, your ground
Oh,
gets.
Fatima says sweet bread and roasted pumpkin seeds. Oh, yum. Oh, they don't grow in Florida either, Teresa says.
No, too hot.
I think, it's weird because this house that I live in belonged to my grandma and grandpa, and I was here more than I was at home because my parents had a rocky marriage. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So there are times where I'm walking through this house and a smell will hit me that belonged to my grandma and grandpa.
Yeah.
And that will make me think of my childhood.
Yes.
You know? I can't like I think I've told you, like, every now and then I'll smell certs. Remember
Yeah.
the candy certs? I'll just smell certs. That was specific to my grandma. And every now and then when I'm walking around in here, I'll get a whiff of that certs and I'll be like, oh, grandma's here, you know. And I think of childhood. I think of my grandma. my grandma, my grandma was a pastor's wife, but she loved her Rhine wine. She loved Rhine wine. She didn't want anybody to know that she was drinking the Rhine wine, so she kept
Of course not.
in the bathroom under the bathroom sink, okay, in the cabinet below the bathroom sink.
That was her Florida water.
So she had that in there, and if somebody came knocking at the door, she would get up so fast she'd run to her desk, throw like 5 certs in her mouth, she would go and answer the door with all these certs like rolling around in her mouth.
That's why I was wondering where that smell was. How come, sir? That's funny.
Because, you know, people from the church would sometimes just show up,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
So she like, yeah. I love grandma. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. All these memories are so special to me, you know?
Yes, Teresa Ford, it is them visiting when you smell those things.
That's
My
exactly.
dad, I'll tell you, my smell from childhood is either on Saturday or Sunday. Every week growing up, we had either pancakes or waffles or French toast. So for me, maple syrup. It's maple syrup, coffee, and cigarettes.
Yeah.
That's my dad. I know when I smell that, I'm protected. My daddy's here.
Yep. Yep.
And yeah, he was here when Willow was passing because I could smell maple syrup on Willow. And it's
Wow.
interesting because he never knew Willow. He had already passed away when we got them. Well, my dad's been gone since 20 years. It'll be 20 years Christmas night. So,
How long has my dad been gone? My dad died in 1997.
wow. 27 years?
Yeah, 27. Your math is so quick. Yeah.
Well, that's because I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia in 1998. It's real,
Oh, okay.
it's real quick for me.
You shouldn't even told me that. I should just let me think that you're like
Oh, yeah.
super
I'm just like, I'm not that special. I'm just unique.
math genius. Fatima says, back home in my island, we used to make bread in those big clay ovens made of clay.
Yeah.
You could make 10 or more loaves of bread at the same time. Wow.
That's how
I've
they make
seen
bread
those.
here.
I've seen those. I've never had one. I've never used one. What does Jen say? Hard roll and ham sandwiches on Sundays that mom would pick up after church. Oh, yes.
Yep.
Yes. Fatima says we didn't have gas stoves back then. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And a box of Lay's potato chips. Yes, I remember when they came in the box and they tasted different. Didn't they taste different, Jen?
They tasted different because they weren't coated with artificial stuff.
That's got to be it. Because
they were real potatoes. I mean, they're real potatoes now,
big
but
square box full of potato chips in a big bag.
and sometimes the potato chips would be
Oh,
really big. You know, I grew up in potato country where they grow potatoes,
Mhm.
and I've seen baked potatoes like this size. There was a restaurant in the town I grew in Klamath Falls that's all they served was baked potatoes, and you could have whatever gravy so I'd get the tri-tip beef burgundy gravy on it, and then go to the football games, you know. But you get a giant potato.
Mm-hmm.
It's like 3 meals for 4 people. I mean, good
here
night.
in Wisconsin, we grow russet potatoes.
Yeah, that's what these
are. Like all the companies that were here that were making potato chips, you know, use the russets more than anything else, and that might be part of the reason why it tasted a little bit different too. Yeah,
that's what they grow in Ore-Ida. So you eat Ore-Ida French fries and that kind of stuff. They're the big time growers in Klamath Falls, Oregon area.
Gotcha. Janet says Charles Chips that delivered potato chips in a big can. Oh, that's neat.
Ooh, that'd be like the popcorn. The guys that, you buy popcorn in a giant cans at Christmas time.
Yeah. Sunday fresh pasta sauce simmering. We would wake up to this. Oh, yum. Flowing, you're Italian? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. Well, those are all great answers, you guys. And Janet, I know you just came in. I'm doing a giveaway. I'm giving away Pocket of the Wisdom of the Oracle. Pocket of the Oracle. Wisdom of the Oracle Pocket Edition by Colette Karen Reed. All right. So if you are interested in getting in on the drawing, as my Chrissy says, just type in the chat all one word, all smushed together, hashtag me want in all capital letters. Okay. Hashtag me want.
Does Chrissy say draws?
Draws?
Draws instead of drawers.
She does. Yeah.
Yeah. I worked with Norm Abrams from This Old House and the New Yankee Workshop. You want to talk about somebody with a strong New England accent?
Yeah.
Really shy and really nice.
It's a little bit different, when you're from Maine. The accent's a little bit different. Yeah.
Oh, I think he's from Bahaba, which is like
Bahaba. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey,
all right.
One to talk. I used to come down here to visit my family, who are all from Oklahoma. They live in Arizona, and I go back up to Oregon, and everybody go, "Where did you go on vacation? Why are you sounding like you're from Texas?"
A lot of people think that I'm from Canada, and I don't think my accent is Canadian. But when I go to other places, people are like, "Are you from Canada?" And I'm like, "No, I'm from Wisconsin."
But if you notice, right across the border in Canada, from where you are,
you
guys all talk. Y'all talk the same.
We're very close. Yes. We have the German, Norwegian, and Swedish accent. More heavily German than anything else. Mm-hmm. Whereas if you go to Minnesota, they have a heavier Norwegian, Swedish, Finnish accent. In theirs, but we sound very similar. You
guys should see our texts back and forth to each other. What do you call a traffic light that has 4 stops and a flashing red light? What do you guys call that? I call that a 4-way stop.
Well, it is a 4-way stop, yes. But what we call when you've got the red, green, and the
traffic light?
Green, yes, traffic light. What do you guys call traffic lights? Jen might call it the same thing that I do.
Stoplight.
You call it a stoplight. We call them stop and go lights here.
Yeah, see. For me, it's a traffic light. It's a red light.
Stop and go.
There's a red light at this intersection and a red light. And that's the way we do it around here, because we don't have but 2 ways to get all the way across town. And one of them is I-10, Interstate 10. Doesn't have any lights. Thank God. People would definitely die. So you got to go all the way across town on surface streets. So you tell people when you're given directions, there's a red light here and a red light there. We don't talk traffic lights here and traffic lights there. We call them red lights. Now that I think about it.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird how the colloquialisms, right?
Yeah, it's fun.
When you go into a roundabout, okay, do you call it a roundabout or do you call it a rotary?
No, I call it a roundabout, and
we call it a roundabout.
Crazy. Well. They confuse me. They're confusing to me. That's what I call them, is confusing.
And Teresa says, is it soda or pop or soda pop?
Soda pop, yeah.
I say soda here.
And I always grew up, no matter what it was a Coke.
Yeah, that's how it is in North Carolina. Everything is a Coke.
You're getting a root beer? Yeah.
You call it a roundabout as
well. Where'd I put my Coke? I thought you got a root beer. I did. Yeah.
Hey, get this, Jen. I thought that Wisconsin was the only place that called water fountains or a drinking fountain a bubbler. Okay, I thought that was just us. But they do it in Massachusetts too, because there was also a plant there. So in Massachusetts, they also say bubbler, but I think that's the only place. Milwaukee or Wisconsin and Massachusetts are the only places that call a drinking fountain a bubbler, which is pretty crazy.
Well, I can tell you, when I lived in Utah, people, when you're putting things you grow in jars, most of us call that canning, right?
Yeah.
In Utah, it's called bottling.
Bottling?
Yeah, you're putting it in a glass bottle. Just
Well,
happens to be big. So they call it bottling. And it's fun.
I'm bottling my tomatoes today. What? Fatima says, I meant to say I was raised without electricity on my island. So you didn't have electricity.
On the whole island.
Gas. Wow. So you grew up kind of in a primitive sort of way, but I bet it was a great way to grow up. I know Chrissy's brother-in-law was born on the island as well. And he talks about living on the island with such great love and such great joy. He came to the United States for opportunity that he didn't have there. But it's where he's going to go when he retires, so. Okay. So Janet says roundabout. So does Jen. Flowing says water fountain, not bubbler. Jen says, what? I didn't know that. I didn't either until I met Chrissy.
I'm with Janet. Water cooler.
Water cooler. Yeah. Water cooler.
That's what I've always called it. The water cooler.
What you call hats
standing around the water cooler.
That's the hats you wear are we call them either a toboggan or a toque.
What toboggan?
Yeah, a toboggan is a hat that you. I mean, it's a
toboggan is a kind of sled. Here.
It's a sled, but the hat is also called a toboggan.
That's cool. Stocking hat, yeah. That's what I've always known them as. Stocking cap. The stocking hat is the ones that are long that you can wrap around like a scarf. Stocking cap or toques.
What do you call them up there, Jen? Just stocking hats? We call them toques. I say toque more than anything, but every now and then a toboggan.
Because I like the word. I like the word.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
when I was growing up, my grandma and grandpa called them a toboggan. A toboggan hat. That's what they would say, a toboggan hat.
Oh, now I get that because you're tobogganing, you need that.
Right. All right, here's my next question. What life-changing event you thought would be negative has actually proven to be positive? What life-changing event you thought would be negative actually?
How life-changing?
Well, just course correcting, like a course correcting action. It could be something like crazy, or it could have been something small that just deviated you to a different path that you thought, oh no, I can't believe this is happening. But it turned out to be like, wow, I'm so glad this happened.
Oh, wow. That's a good question.
It is a good question. And I'm going to give mine right away because maybe it'll help everybody think of something. But we were just talking about this, Katie. I worked for a company for 20 years and I worked my way up the ladder. I started off on the lowest rung and made myself all the way to the top where I was number 3 in the company and I was being groomed to be number 1. Okay. And all of a sudden, and I thought I'd be there until I retired. Okay. That was my cradle to grave job. I knew it very well. I was very good at it. I was making great money. I bought this house with that money. Okay. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden the rug got pulled out from underneath me because we lost our main contract and the company closed. And that was such a devastating, it was like being hit by a baseball bat. It took the wind out of me. I didn't know what I was going to do. All the skills that I had learned over the course of those 20 years were not really transferable onto a different job. So I was like, what am I going to do? Mm-hmm. And when you make that kind of money, your debt often reflects your income, right?
That's what my brother says.
I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? I came inches away from losing this house and losing everything that I worked so hard to get.
Yeah.
But then I did find a different job and everything was okay. And I ended up being much, 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 much happier than I was even when I was working for that other job. That other job was high stress. I know for sure that I would not have been able to quit drinking had I stayed there, you know. So that kind of story. Let's see. All right. So Teresa Ford says a friendship breakup. It led me to spending time watching YouTube. Now I have found all of you. Well, we're glad that. I mean, it's
Yeah.
hard when you lose friends, but look at all the friends that you've gained, right? And we love you. I'm always excited to see you, Teresa. And Jen says, when I moved in May from the house I raised all of my kids in for 21 years, and now I have finally gotten in touch with me now in my 50s. Life and soul changing, right? That's very
Yeah.
similar to Katie's story too. And me.
Now my story, I was taking care of my mother, my elderly mother, for 11 and a half years. And my brother and my cousin decided that they wanted to get the house away from me, and had my mom taken out of my care, had me investigated by the state. You want to talk about life changing? And she ended up in an assisted living home against her will and against mine. And they didn't get the house. I'm still living in it, and it's mine. Been mine since 2004. They couldn't have taken it away from me anyway. But I just shut up and let them play their game.
But
But it changed everything. You
right.
all see me here. If I'm like, I had nobody, so all I had was YouTube.
But now look at all the friends that you've gained. People who actually love you.
I
Not just
know.
not just pretend to love you because you're in the family, but actually love you and actually care about you.
Tolerate me because I'm weird,
We're
quote
all
unquote.
well, we're
Tolerate me
all
because I'm weird, because I do tarot and stuff, all those evil things. And I'm so free. It's like, thank you for doing that to me. Took me almost 10 years to get to this point, but it's like, oh, wait, you know who I'm answering to?
you.
Me, and that's it. Me in the universe.
Yep.
What? It's always been me in the universe because I never fit in. So it's cool. It's
I know.
cool.
I understand that. I kind of had a really hard time fitting in. I wasn't always so eloquent in the way that I speak, and it was
Yeah.
difficult for me to make friends. So, but now look at where I am. I mean, everything that has happened along my path has led me to where I am now, and I love myself, and I love what I have, and I love nature, and I love source, and I commune with the gods and the ancestors and the spirits of the land in my home, and there was no way I would have ever been able to do any of this had I
Yes.
stayed at that job.
Yeah.
So everything happened for a reason. Fatima says, I and my husband lost our jobs with 2 kids, all my savings gone, but I helped from the help of family. I struggled a lot. Well, that is tough. That is
It
really
is.
tough. Yes.
It is.
Flowing is saying, this is a hard question for me. Well, that's okay. You don't have to answer. Don't
Yeah.
ever feel pressured to answer. Janet says, my brother forced me out of the family home after I took care of my parents, but I ended up in a nicer place where I feel secure and happy. And that is so important. That
That's where
feeling of
I've ended up.
safety, that feeling of safety and security and having joy in your life is so important. So I'm sorry that you went through that experience, but I'm so glad that you're in a place that you feel secure and happy. That's really, really important.
Wow, Jen.
Girl, that's why we love you. Thank you, Teresa. We love you.
We do.
She says, everyone's weird. If they're not, then you don't truly know them yet. Yes, yes, yes.
To me, the unique and weird are very transferable. I mean, they mean the same.
Yeah, totally, totally.
And I embrace my uniqueness.
Oh, see, now listen, Katie, you can relate to
Yes.
this. I totally understand, Katie, totally. When I was diagnosed with breast cancer and did the surgery and radiation
All
all
appointments alone.
alone, it truly showed me my strength. Yes,
Jen,
and
you're my
Katie went
soul
through the
sister.
same thing.
You're my soul sister. Oh my God. Breast cancer, left side, went through the mastectomy, chemo, no radiation, all alone. My mother was here, but she couldn't drive me anywhere. She was like in her 90s. And yeah,
Okay, so
and I got shown that attitude is survival in that. As long
yes.
as I was happy and joking, even though I felt like I just wanted to go back to bed, it worked. The other thing is, I hung on every word Dr. Wayne Dyer wrote.
Oh, I love Dr. Wayne Dyer. He is so freaking amazing.
So yeah,
Um,
we're soul sisters, my girl. That for me, it was in 2008. When was it for you?
Teresa
And
says, I'm sort of changing the topic, but I'm offering my hand to your heart whenever you need comfort in every direction in space and time. I can't change anything except you'll know that you're not alone.
oh,
Girl,
Teresa.
girl, you need
See,
to go to
this is
Katie's page. Go to Katie's page and listen to the song that
yes.
she posted just 2 days ago on in her community page. And you will be it's like
You
just
loved
what
it.
you said. It's just what you said.
It is you. I mean it to all of you. Um,
Yes, me too. I love
yeah.
you guys. I love you
I got
guys.
goosebumps again, and it makes me well up with tears. Uh, but yeah. Um, we're never alone.
No, we're
When
not.
I lost the kitties, this is another for instance. I felt like I was an orphan again, just like when I lost my mom. And I was in my, I'm almost 60 years old when I lose my 90-year-old mom. But all of a sudden it was like, whoa, I don't have anybody to talk to about stuff. I mean, I trusted her with everything. There's nothing about my life she didn't know. And so it's like, okay, I got the kitties and I had the kitties with her because one of them was hers. Aloe was her kitty. And so they became my confidants and they talked back. They would
Yes.
answer me. That's when I realized, yes, we are definitely communicating.
Yes. Yeah. And
So,
that's what makes our pets so special, you
yeah.
know?
So
And that's why
use
my heart really goes
them.
out to Nancy because I know that, she had that kind of relationship with her dog, you know?
Yeah. Because so to lose an animal, animal friend, that's not just your pet.
Right. Right. It's
To
your family.
lose an animal friend like that, and to lose them both with 1 month and the next one the next month really has taught me a lot about how to be by myself, completely relying on the spiritual world.
Right. Right.
And yeah, it's powerful. And I was like telling Dolly earlier, my empath is going crazy. It's so plugged in and connected right now.
Jen says, yes, my left side, all appointments in Milwaukee, every day alone at Freighter. I was diagnosed in May of 2023, surgery left, partial mastectomy, 5 weeks radiation, another scare this past June. If that ever happens again, or you're ever in Milwaukee and you're like, I don't want to be here alone, call me. I will give you, I don't know how, you and I will connect, Jen.
Yeah.
You can email me at the wolfgirloracle@gmail.com. That's all one word, the wolfgirloracle@gmail.com. Send me your number. And if you and I'll send
June.
you mine. If you need anything, we can text back and forth to each other and I can meet you somewhere and you won't have to be alone.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
I'd happily go with you anywhere here in Milwaukee or even up north. I can drive.
So you guys also know this is another exact perfect reason why we're starting our Discord.
Yes. Yes. So that we can connect and
We
help
can
each other
reach out
out.
to each other without having the world out there watching us reach out to each other.
All right, that's exactly right, Katie. I want to show you guys a picture real quick. Now, a lot of you guys know Manasa.
Yeah.
I got to meet her yesterday. We went out to eat. That's Manasa, Rick, Devante, myself, and Chrissy. and we went out to eat because she was in Chicago for a conference, and we met halfway. She drove up, we drove down, we met halfway, and we went to the Olive Garden. We had an amazing time. She is just as bright and lovely and funny as you see her on her videos. She was just a warm and wonderful person, you know. So that's person on my bucket list. Katie, you're at the top of my bucket list, actually.
Oh, well, when you come here, you have to stay at least. When you come here, you got to stay at least 2 weeks because all the shit we got to do here.
Right?
That's all I got to say. We got to go to the Grand Canyon. We got to go to Sedona.
Yep. And that's exactly what I'll do. All right. I want to show you guys one more thing, and then we're going to do the drawing. Okay. Now I don't know if you guys have heard.
Jen.
I don't know.
Blessings. Bless you, Jen. Thank you so much. We are truly soul sisters, my love. I'm sending you hugs and kisses.
Katie and I watched this movie called Code 12. It's Code 12, the movie. Let me bring it up here on screen.
There we go.
There we go. It's at www.code12themovie, all one word, code12themovie.com. Here, I'll type it in the.
So good. That was a life-changing watching that.
Yes.
This weekend was life-changing. Talk about connect me to spirit and everything I'm doing. Whoa.
All right. I just put the link in the chat there. I put the words in the chat. I don't know if it came up as a link, but it's www.code12themovie.com. It looks like you can still click here to watch and see the film. But I know that it's going to be a pay-per-view at some point. So
and it'll be worth
check this out. It is such an amazing movie, you guys. I'm
still processing it.
Yes.
I want to see it again.
It was okay. So during the movie, I thought I'm going to take a few notes while I'm watching this. I ended up using a whole pack of freaking Post-it notes to write down all the notes I took on it. It was just mind-blowing.
I got my notebook ready because I'm going to watch it again.
You guys got to watch this. It's deeply spiritual. It'll blow your mind. It will help make sense of the way that the world is right now.
It connects it all.
Yes, go check that out. It is just amazing. All right, so let's bring up the giveaway tool here. And let's do our giveaway.
Hey, is that a part of YouTube? Or is that something?
No, this is part of StreamYard.
Okay.
All right, so here we go. Are we ready? I've got 4 entries. So if anybody else wants to add to this, if you want to win this, actually, let me bring me back up again because I'm going to give you guys one more shot.
Hi, Shanita. Good to see you.
Hi, Shanita.
Hi.
I am so happy to see you, my friend, in your bright, bright energy. So if you want to try to win this, Colette Baron Reed Wisdom of the Oracle Pocket Edition, you have to type in right now, #MeWant. Exactly what you see on the screen there. #MeWant. All capital letters, all squished together like that. I'm going to give it like 3 more minutes, and then we're going to do the drawing for the deck. Shanita, you came in just in time. That's awesome.
The movie free access
no longer available. Oh, well, keep an eye out for it, you guys, because it's a great movie.
I wonder how much it is. It may not be available because it hasn't been released yet. But you saw the awards, it's been at Sundance and all those. When she had the screen up there where you could see that, there was all those, lovely little wreath awards. When I see that on a film, I always watch it.
It was life-changing for me. And I know it was for Katie too, because we've been talking about it for days now.
I actually went directly over to Disney Plus and canceled that subscription and then went over to Gaia TV and started my subscription again. Because that was I used to live over on Gaia TV, and movies and
Mhm.
seminars and classes, and there's just I actually even was going to apply for work there in Boulder, Colorado. Is where they're located. So I felt like I was coming home.
Well, if it's not too expensive, I would say it's definitely worth the
It's $13.99.
$13.99.
Yeah,
You guys can swing it. I highly
that's cheaper
recommend.
than Netflix, y'all.
It's called, the movie is called, what did I say? The 12 Code? It's the 12 Code movie. If
Or
you
Code
Google
12.
the 12 Code movie, it'll come up for you, Shanita. It's really good. It talks about the difference between base 10, which is kind of the base 10 is kind of the universal instructions that have been forced upon us. Base 12 is what we organically should be a part of. It's very much a part of the reason why the United States has not gone metric yet. But it's the spiritual connection to these two numbers, the 10 and the 12, and what they do to us. It explains a lot of the strife that we're experiencing in the world right now.
All the
It talks about
cycles.
frequency. It talks about it's a never ending. I would love to talk about this. Maybe next week on my show, I'll go through how it affected me, and we'll talk about it. But I have to get my notes in order and watch it again and just reabsorb this because it was just incredible.
They get into concentric rings and why Atlantis was made in rings. It's just fascinating.
Yes.
So much information. And
Code 12 is the name of the movie.
Tracy, and it's all done under the guise of an investigative, can get the words to work with my tongue, investigative reporter.
Yeah.
Handling it as though it was like a missing persons investigation. So it's real. So that's how she's bringing up the different pieces and how they connect. It's so good.
Good morning, Jane the Seeker. It is good to see you, friend. I hope that your mom's doing well. She looked really good the other day, Jane. She looks like she's up and moving around and doing things. So that looked like a positive, but I'm still praying for her. All right. So I'm going to do the last chance to win the Wisdom of the Oracle Pocket Edition. Just type in #me want if you want to be in the drawing. All I ask is that you don't have this deck already. Let somebody win it who doesn't have it.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Let me open it up. Just lay out here and let's
I like how it fakes you out.
Shanita! She comes in last and she wins. Look at this girl. Definitely get that out to you. I'll talk to you offline, get your address and everything, and we will get this to you.
Congratulations.
Yes, congratulations. I'm so happy.
What the hell?
What the hell?
Yes. You just come in here and just take it.
That's so funny.
I hope the rest of your day goes like that, my love.
All right. So one last thing I'd like to do, and Katie, I don't know if you'd like to do it. Let's pull a card for the group here, and
yes, I have.
Set everybody off for the rest of the day with something wonderful from Spirit here. And I'm going to be using the Healing Waters Oracle by Rebecca Campbell.
Oh, cool!
I absolutely love her. This time I will take out the Healing Waters Oracle and Attunement card because I didn't take that out last time, and that was the card I chose.
I've done that.
Of course it was.
I'm going to use the Therapets deck because that always gives us a pat on the back. And there's like 6 cards like that I have to take out every time I go to shuffle these huge things.
So, all right, Spirit, what would you like us to share?
I use this deck every Saturday.
Yep, for Saturday Solutions.
It is the only deck I can say I use it every week without fail, but it's wonderful. I love this deck. Ooh, I got 2 of them. Cool.
All right, so let's take a look at what we got here from Spirit to you guys today. I've got Isle of Avalon, healing, returning to wholeness and transformation. Isle of Avalon. You can look. Oh, that's you see
that's
that
gorgeous.
that sacred like temple built into the mountain. I love that. And the feeling that I'm getting is if you guys are feeling
look at all those portals.
If you guys are feeling right now like you've got too many irons in the fire, so many things happening all at once. Your day seems to just whirl past because you're in a constant state of motion and everything is just coming at you all at once. Please take some time today, even if it's 5 minutes, to just put yourself somewhere where you can breathe, where you can just stop, ground yourself, breathe, and just catch your breath, because nobody can sustain that. Nobody can sustain that kind of movement forever. You have to stop. You have to take a break. You have to give yourself some time. Then you want to be good for your family. You want to be good for your friends. You want to be good for your job.
For yourself.
You also have to be good for yourself too. It's very, very important. Even if I know Manasa used to say, even if you have to, Dolly, just go to the bathroom, close that door, sit on the toilet, and just spend a few minutes breathing. And that was like the best advice that she's ever given me.
She's 100% right.
Jane says, continued prayers are requested. My DIL is still in the hospital. Daughter-in-law, that is.
Yeah.
She's doing well, and I'm 2,000 miles away. I absolutely will pray for your daughter-in-law.
Absolutely.
You got it. I'll lift her up as soon as we're done today. I'll talk to Ear over here, the goddess Ear, and ask her to give special accommodation and help your daughter-in-law.
Dolly, I'm hearing from Spirit when we go live with our Discord, the number one thing that we need is a prayer room.
Yes, that's a great idea. Let me write that down. So I remember to do that.
For everybody.
Great idea. And I don't have one on there, so that is a great idea. The prayer room. Very good. Yes, we will do that. And when we do go live with the Discord, if you guys ever have anything idea of like an area that you'd like, just let us know. Okay.
Her name is Bree.
Bree.
What a beautiful name.
Let me get that down on here too.
Hugs, Jane.
Bree.
And Jen's letting you know she sent the email.
Oh, thank you, Jen. Awesome. Thank you. We will connect for sure. Did you get a card, Katie?
I have 2 cards.
Okay.
First card is, your speed doesn't matter. Forward is forward. This is from Gaia, Dolly's little friend right there beside her.
Gaia the turtle. Yes, Gaia the turtle's over here, and she's very grumpy right now because I cleaned her tank this morning.
She likes that dirty water.
Yeah, she does.
She just gets it to where she likes it, and then you clean it up.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
She's like, well, I like my cesspool.
And speaking of critters that live in the water, you're gonna get through this just fine.
Yes.
I love how I got that. She's not really my granddaughter. She's my adopted kind of granddaughter. She has one of those for a pet, and she can tell you everything scientific about them. And she's 5. And it was her idea. I can't pronounce them, the name even, and she does it perfectly. She fries my mind, that kid. But yeah, you guys.
Little KL is just a little joy. She is the bright little light. Yes.
And she can't figure out why everybody else can't keep up with her.
Right?
She talks about, when I was alive before, I got killed in a motorcycle accident on such and such mountain road.
Wow.
We all freaked out because her aunt passed away in a motorcycle accident on such and such road.
You know, I'm hearing more and more things like that where children being born, especially right now, are remembering their past lives more than what we did when we were children. Something is opened up and changed and is allowing that allowing them to access that memory, that it's that all that stuff is in our DNA. It really is. All of that is in our DNA.
Teresa Ford put, she says, we weren't born with crystalline DNA like the littles these days.
Right.
But guess what? We're transforming into crystalline.
Right.
I feel it happening. I can.
For
That's
us,
why we're so tired all the time.
I feel like with the kids, it isn't as much of a choice. It's just an inherent ability.
No, they're born that way.
Yeah, with us, it's a choice and a process to awaken that crystalline, to get that working, But
I'm pointing at my third eye. Because when you awaken that, you're breaking the crystalline knowledge. You're breaking through how the pineal gland that really does exist in your brain, that is calcified because of what we eat.
Right.
Fluoride is the worst thing for your third eye.
Yep.
And when you open that third eye, all that calcification starts breaking through. And oh man, it's so wonderful.
Flowing says, Katie, I'm dragging, so tired.
Yes, honey, I get you.
Mm-hmm.
I do something and then I'm like, well, I'll go rest for a few minutes because I have to pace myself that way. Fibromyalgia, flowing. So I go rest for a few minutes and then while I'm resting, I think, God, my back hurts. So I'll just lay down for a few and I wake up 3 hours later.
Right. Jen says kids are open until about 7 years old. Yeah. And I think kids being born right now, for whatever reason, are staying open. It's something has changed, which is great. All right, you guys, I need to head out. I really enjoyed today. Katie, thank you so much for knocking on my door.
That was fun.
With me. I always have so much fun when you're here. And thank you.
The two of us cooked our brains yesterday, setting up Discord and me setting up Zoom. My computer brain is going, I'm taking a break today, but I have to do a card reading first, record it, edit it, and get it up for you guys. So
after when I'm done here, I am taking a break because I've had one heck of a week.
All you've done all morning alone is run.
I know. And it's been like that forever. And Shanita said, just recorded a letting go meditation. I almost fell asleep. Oh my gosh. Shanita's that good. She's that good.
That's awesome.
She even meditates herself when she's doing a meditation for us. Isn't that crazy? That's
awesome. And also I have meditation videos too, just in case you're curious.
Right. Yeah. So everybody connect with everybody and use the best tools because they're all there.
We are such a wonderful, lucky group of people. I love talking you up on my videos.
The talent in this is just out of this world, which just blows my mind.
Sweet and kind and loving people too.
Yes.
You guys rock. Thank you for being here.
So we love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. And I will see you all again soon. And Katie will too. And keep an eye open on our community page for when our Discord goes live. We'd love to.
We're not going back.
You're not going back. That's right.
Sorry, I had to get in my 2 bits. I wore this shirt for a reason.
All right. See you later, everybody. Love you.
Thank you for coming to my show. I'll see you all next time. You all rock. Dolly loves you. Dance around the room. It's time to go. Why are you still here? Dolly needs a sandwich and a nap. I'll see you next time. Thank you all for coming. Thank you all for coming. I'll see you next time. Have a great day. Thank you for coming to my show. I'll see you